Good morning, doctor. My name is called Toko Robert. I'm going to present the, the assignment which was given, whereby we are supposed to analyze a data set which you can download from any website, and you analyze it using a software called Tabula. The data set which I'm analyzing, it's for a cell. And how I did it, I downloaded the data set. Then I opened my, after installation of the Tabula, I opened the Tabula, and then I came to file, then open, then I went to the file directory. It was on the desktop, which is here, Superstore. So I opened it. Then after opening, I got all the tables. So in that data set, we have tables called orders, we have product, and then we have product, and then we have orders, and then we have location, and then we have customers. Now here, analyzing this data, I'm trying to analyze how the sales occurred in the previous years and the current year. Because when you look at this, it has around 4 years. So when I'm going to analyze, I'll be analyzing maybe the current year, then the previous year. So the first thing which I did, because the assignment says that we are supposed to come up with the dashboard, but for you to come up with the dashboard, you must first look at the key performance indicators. So my key performance indicators here are the sales, then the profit, then the quantity. So you will see them here. But now how I did it, because I wanted to record the whole process when I was doing it practically, but it was really taking a lot of time. So I decided first to do everything, then I do the recording, as I will be explaining how I came up with the whole thing, the whole data, the dashboard. When you look here, you will see it from here. But to come up with this, there are some steps which I did before coming up with that nice interface. Now, the first thing which I did was to come up with the KPI for sales, which is the key. KPI stands for the key performance indicator. Now, when you look here, under the tables of orders, we have sales. Now, these sales, what happens here is that we are trying to look at the current year sales and the previous year sales. Now, how did they come up with the sales, the current year sales and the previous year sales? Because when you look here, you will see here CY sales. This CY sales, this CY stands for current year sales. Then you will see here PY. PY stands for previous year sales. Now the question is, how did I come up with this? What I did, I first created, there's what we call calculated fields. So I came here, I clicked on create calculated field. So I typed here CY, like the way I've typed CY sales. Then I put down here, I put a command, if statement. So now that if statement, how I put it, let me show it here. When you right click and you edit, you will see if year order date equals to select year, then sales. So this one here, it will show you the orders which have been done in the current year. Because here I also write a calculated field for this, and I also write a calculated field for this, such that when you select a year, the order date, the sales for that year will just come automatically. So I want to show how I did it. For that calculated field, which is called select year, this is how I did it. Because I came up with two calculated fields which whereby one is for the current year, then the other one is for the previous year. For the current year, this is how I did it. I still came here, and then I clicked on created calculated field. Let me just show you the command, the if statement which we did. The if statement which I did. So for the previous year, you said that select year minus 1. So why are we saying that minus 1? Because now select year, because we are looking at the current year. So now for you to go to the previous year, you are supposed to subtract 1. That's how I came up with this statement which is here. Then for the current year, you will see that when you do this, you'll see that select. So this one is for the current year. So for the previous year, you just say that minus 1. Now, if you look here, you will see there's total sales. You will see this amount. Then you will see some percentage here. So the question is, how did they come up with this percentage? Now this percentage, when you look down here, you will see difference sales. So what I did, I still went to everything which you have seen here, anything which is existing here and it has not been under the data sheet, it has been calculated. So I still went to my calculated fields, which is here. I opened it. Then when you look here, when you look at differences, this you will see the command which I used was sum of current year sales minus sum. This is a minus sum of previous sales, then divided by previous sales. So this one will give you the difference between the current year and the previous year. But there's something which is so interesting here. When you look here, you will see an arrow which is going up and you will see a percentage. Now the question is, how did they come up with this? How I came up with this was, you right click, then you come to default properties, you come to number format. So now when you come to number format, you will change it into percentage. You will change it into percentage. Then you give it 1 decimal point. If you give it 2, you will see, if you click OK, you will see that you have. So that's how I came up with it. Secondly, you will see that when you click here, you will see total, then you will see sales, sum of sales, and then this. But if you look at this here, this one looks different. The wordings which are here, the way it has been written looks different. And how did I come up with this ones here? So what I did, I just came, I double clicked here, then I gave those curly brackets like this, then like this. Okay, that's how I did it. So since I had done it, so there's no need for me to do it. But now when you look here, you will see this graph. Okay, you will see this graph here. Now this graph combines the sales of the previous year, then the sales of current year, the sum of current year. Now you'll see there's what we call the measured values. So what happened is that you will just come to your tables here where you have written current year. You just drag it, you put it here. Okay, then you also come and you get the calculated, you also get the calculated the previous year sales. You also come and you drag it. Then after dragging them, that's when you will see this graph coming. Now when this graph here is showing the sales which happened in the previous year and the sales which happened in the current year, whereby you will see that they have different colors. So when you come this way, you will see CY, it has a different color. You will see PY sales has a different color. Now there's something which is interesting here. When you come here, you will just click this. You see the whole thing changes. You select here and then it changes. Now the question is, how did I come up with that option of selecting a year? There is what we call a parameter. Now I came this way. You can even still do it from here. You'll click here. I clicked here, then I created a parameter. It's going to come. It normally delays a bit. So now, when I created that parameter, you'll say okay. Let me show it from here. Let me close this. Let me show it from here. So when you say edit, when you see this, you will see the data type is integer. The date format is this. Now, current value when workbook opens, the current value, then you say that list. Now, there's something which is interesting. You say that fixed. Now, here, when you're going to do, you click add. Okay? Now, where are you adding from? We're adding from the order date. Because you remember, I created this field here, whereby the command which I used inside there was select. So you click this, such that it will pick it by default. It will pick all those years by default. Now here it is shown that duplicated because it has been existing. Okay, let me cancel this. Let me check. Let me cross check. So I still have it that way. Now this is how I came up with the KPI sales. Now when you look here, you also see, because when I was doing this, I was also trying to look at the maximum and the minimum sales which happened in a year. When was the highest sales occurred, which month, and when did the lowest sales occur. So you can see it from here, but we are just doing this one for the current sales. So now what happened is that the question is how they come up with this. I still came to the calculated fields. So when you look down here, you will see there is a maximum sales. So when you when I'm going to show this the command. Now when you see this command here, it says that if sum cy sales equals to window maximum, the whole command is here. Okay, it came up with this. So what does this one mean? It means that if the current year sales is, the major key command here is called the window max, is equals to this, to the current year sales, then some sales, else if. So it is trying to look at, if it is less, then it should bring for you the minimum. If it is high, then it should bring for you the maximum. So that's how I came up with it. Now another part which is so interesting is that you see these colors, they're so different. How I came up with those different colors, I just dragged this and then I brought it into color. So when I brought it into color, that's when you will see this one here will come. So you'll just double click on it and then you can change the colors. You can change the colors. Let me give this one maybe yellow. Then this one I will click OK. And then for this one, let me maybe give it red like this. Then you click OK. Apply. You'll see the colors will change. Yeah, so that's good. Now after doing that, after dragging these ones, I also dragged the order date to the column, which is this, not that one, which is the order date. Where is order date? Where is our order date? It is here. I dragged this one here and then I put it there. Now what happened is that I right clicked here, then I changed the format to month. Okay, then I made it continuous. That's why you see you're able to come up with the months down here. Now another interesting part is here. When you look here, you'll see that the January, there is January up to December. You don't see other months. So this one clearly shows that there is a January here, then there is a, okay, this one shows just that there is here we have months. So how did I do it? So you'll find that at first here it was appearing from January to December. So I just right clicked and then I said edit the access. It's going to come. So when it will bring for you this, when it will bring for you this, you'll come to tick targets. Now you say that you change from 1 to this, then you say that fixed. So when you say that fixed, you'll just close. After making those changes, you'll just close. So then when you close, you'll see the months will appear down here. You'll see the months will come down there. So if you want to have the names in abbreviation like this, you just click here, you say abbreviation. You'll see it will be in abbreviations like the way it is down there. So that's how I came up with these things down here. But now when you look on the screen, you'll see that we have sales, we have profit, we have quantity, then we have subcategory comparison, we have weekly trends, we have, then lastly we have the what we call the sales board, which we are supposed to have. Now what happened here is that instead of repeating the whole step which I did in the sales, in the KPI sales, I just duplicated this. I duplicated this like this. So the whole thing came here. Then I just renamed it. I renamed it. Then after renaming, so what I did, after renaming it, what I did, the same features which we have here in sales is supposed to be the same features which we're supposed to have in what? In profit. Now, instead of writing the whole commands again, so what I could do, I will come here, like if you see here, under the current year sales, there is what we call the profit. So I could just duplicate this current year sales, I duplicate it, then I go inside, I right click, then I say edit. Then I go inside here, I will say that if year order this equals this, select year, then since I was working on the profit, I will just change this one to profit. You'll see when I'm typing, it will just bring for me. I will say this, then I will just say okay, but I'm not going to do it because it has been there. Okay, now secondly, what happened, you'll see that we have the current year's profits, then we also have the previous profit. So I did it the same way I've been doing that for the current sales, not for the current profit. Now when you come down here, you will see still there is difference, percentage difference profit. It's the same way I also did for the sales. I just made the changes, because when you right click here, when you come to edit, I just duplicated. Instead of having sales here, I just changed to profit up to here. So that is what happened exactly here. The same thing even happened in KPI quantity. Now after doing all those key performance indicators, then I now started drawing my graphs here. Now the first graph which I drew is analyzing the how sales happened in the previous year and in the current year, which subcategory items has performed much better than the ones which are in the current year or the ones in the previous year. So that's why you will see this graph here. So what I did, I just dragged, because since these calculated fields were there existing, I just came here, I came to the previous sales, I drag it, then I put it there. Then I also went to the because I'm looking at the sales, I also came to this, then I also dragged it there. Then when you look here, you also see profits. There's a profit here. Here I was trying to also look at the profits which happened, which was there during the current year. So you will see all of them are here. Now under the rows, when it comes to under the rows, you will see I brought in the subcategory, the ones which are here. So when you look here, you will see that the colors are different. The colors for sales is different, then the colors for previous years is also different. Now how did I come with this bar? after dragging all those things under the columns, then the ones which are in the rows, I just came here to bar and I say that bar, and I can even change it. I can still come here, I will say maybe lines. You will see it will change. But when it's stated like that, there's no way you can understand that pattern the way it is. So it's always better when you leave it in the bar. So here somebody can know, because if you look here, the measures, under the measures here, we have keys which shows that this one is a, when you look at this color, it shows that this is the previous year. So it means that here, in the current year, the chairs were sold much better than when it happened in the previous year. So this other side is a profit, because you will see here, sum profit, CY profit, CY profit. So this one is the total profits which happen in a year per month, in each month. You get it? So this is where it is, and when you point here, it brings for all the information. So how did I come up with this information which appears where by the subcategory sales of 215? So this is what happened. You come to this toolkit, you drag these items, you drag them and you put them under this, for example, like this. So when you drag, you see it appears here. Let's just drag anything, you see it appears there. Then after it appearing, you just click this, then you come and you edit. Okay, let him take it back. Okay, so that is it. That's how I came up with this. Then there is what we call the weekly trends. Here we're trying to look at the sales which happened in each year. Okay, so not in each week. Then when you look here, you will see above, when the color is blue, it means that week the profit was above the average, because the average profit here is this. So it means that any sales which will be above this, it means that it was okay. The ones which are below this, it means that it was not all that okay. The sales, because we have here the sales and the profit. Now, when you look here, you will see that we have a column. Under the columns, we have what we call the week order date. How did I come up with that? I just dragged the order date here. Okay, then I just right click, it is continuous, then I just change to the month. You see it? To the month. So let him take it back. Let him take it back to the normal. I just take it back to weeks. Okay, it is here. More custom, then week numbers. Just say that week numbers. You'll see they will mention the weeks from here, from this up to 54. That's how I came up with this. And when you see here, you see these colors, and when you see this, it looks so interesting because I left it under automatic, but you can make it to be a bar. You just come and change from here, you can make it to be a bar. And now you will see that here there is an average line. So how did they come up with this average line? So you will come and you click under this, under edit, then you give it these values. Okay, the value which you are trying to assess is this, then you make it an average. You just click OK. It will translate for you that. So that's how I came up with those other sheets. Now, the major target was to have a dashboard. This is how I came up with a dashboard. Now, to come up with the dashboard, this is what happened. I came to the horizontal container. I dragged it here. Oh, okay. What happened when I came to, I clicked here, new dashboard. When I clicked on the new dashboard, I set I first set the perimeter, the size of my screen which I wanted to appear. So I changed it from here. I first set that fixed size, then after fixed size, then I gave it a measurement. I gave the measurements which I need. So my measurements was 1200 against 800. So after doing that, that's when I started dragging these horizontal containers. So like for example here, I could drag I drag it here like this. Then after that, if I want, if I want to type, I could just come to text, and then I type the text which I want here like this. So when I type, it will appear there. So now, when you look at this dashboard, it looks so interesting. So now the question is, how did I bring these KPIs here? You'll see the KPIs for sales because I built them that I say there is a profit, then you see the select year is here. Now for the select year, how did I appear here? When I do the first box, horizontal calendar, I just brought this one. So I drag it. I drag it. So when I dragged it, it just remained here. Such that when somebody is on this, if you want to see the sales for 2024, just click on it. You see the information will change. Okay. If you want 2007, you click on it and you see the information. 2017, you see the information will also change. Now that's how I did it. Now you will see here. Let me first bring this one down. You will see here that we have dashboards for the sales, for the total sales, then total profits, then this one's supposed to be quantity. This one's supposed to be quantity. Let me change it. Let me change it from here. That one's supposed to be quantity. So let's go back. When we go back, we shall see it here. Now it is not total quantity. So what happens is that you just drag them. For example, let me first remove this. Let me remove it from the dashboard. So if I want to, what happened, I was just dragging them like this. You drag it, it goes there. Then if you have dragged it, if you want to align them, you just click here. Maybe if things were not properly aligned. You right click on it. Okay. If it's not coming, you come to the layout, then you see. Okay, that's how it is. Then for all these I was just dragging. The most hard part was to come up with the KPIs and the subcategory comparison, the weekly. But having the sales, it was easy. It was just a matter of dragging. Thank you, doctor. This is what this is what I did, but I first did it before. I was not recording because I was not recording when I was doing the whole thing because it was taking a lot of time to come up with something which has this interface like this. Because I understand that maybe we are supposed to do it. We are supposed to record it when we are doing the whole thing, but the entire work took me like 2 days. So just imagine if I was going to record like when I'm doing, I think the video would be very too long. So I first decided to do the work, then the recording is from what is that's what I've been doing, whereby I was explaining how I did it. Thank you so much, doctor, for the assignment and for giving us enough time to do what we can manage to do for the assignment. Thank you so much.